everyone, and welcome to our Heavenly Parent Holy Community Oceania Hunoke with Reverend Yutaka Yamada. Today being Tuesday the 6th of April or the 25th day of February in the 9th year of Chongalguk. So welcome, and let's begin with a bow to our Heavenly Parents and True Parents. Chariot. Kyombe. Haro. And let's recite the family pledge both in Korean and English. Thank you.
가족만세 6. 전일국 주인 우리 가족은 참 사랑을 중심하고 하늘 부모님과 참 부모님의 대신 가정으로서 전을 움직이는 가정이 되어 하늘의 축복을 주변에 연결시키는 가정을 완성할 것을 맹세하나이다.
Family pledge number 6. Our family, the owner of Chongalguk, pledges to become a family that moves heavenly fortune by embodying the heavenly parent and true parents, and to perfect a family that conveys heaven's blessing to our community by centering on true love. And I'd like to ask today if Reverend Tanaka can offer the opening prayer.
Good morning, Heavenly Father and true parents and the heavenly parents. Thank you for this new day. We come together as a community. We shall offer our devotion this morning to understand the life of our true parents. Our commitment is to follow the way you have shown us to overcome all the evil power in our daily life. So we learned so many things how our true mother has gone through in her life. And we also understand how you expect us to fulfill our responsibility as your sons and daughters. So today we shall make another commitment and dedication for your will. We know that so many things are happening throughout the world, but most important thing to accomplish our portion of our responsibility to complete individual perfection in the form of the family through the blessing, and then multiply children and control our environment. So according to this purpose of creation, we surely try to achieve our goal in our life here on earth. So Father and true heavenly parents, please guide us through this Fundoke time, and we really reconnect our understanding and our heart to you. Thank you for this precious time we can share together. I offer with collective name of our brothers and sisters and blessed family. In my name, Toshiro Tanaka, Central Blessed Family. Aju.
Aju. Thank you. So let's all give a great welcome to the Reverend Yutaka as he shares with us this morning. Thank you.
Good morning, our brothers and sisters. Thank you for coming this morning Fundoke and also morning devotion together with all our family members here. So really we are grateful every day to see each other, to meet you, and put our heart together to our heavenly parents and true parents. So we are receiving many testimony, also comment about our last Peace Festival last Sunday. So that Peace Festival was really grateful moment. Each program was really deep content and high quality. Especially the testimony was really good. The Korean artist and also the Korean member of parliament directly, they had the experience with true parents to share and testify. and also the religious leader. We listen many religious leaders from all over the world, but those programs inside of Korea and the Korean religious leader from each area directly testify. True is begotten daughter. True is the mother of peace from the Christian, from the Hindu, from the Muslim and Buddhist. Those things is really the important things, because how we can restore and guide the Korean society. This mother is thinking all international foundation connect to the Korean peninsula, and inside of Korea also religious leader and social society leader and also the political leader stood and to testify through mother officially. So those things, if we could see, many testimony is coming and atmosphere was ready, then surely Korean Peninsula Providence totally directly connect to our heavenly unified Korea. That's why we can see many kind of changing. So we could receive those video and testimony contents so we can utilize for our movement on our activity side also. So yesterday also our Reverend Jeffrey asked about the video about Rally of Hope. So if we need, we can get, I think, high quality things. So if we request individually, usually international headquarters in USA of UPF, they are not easy, because last time some individual person edit the video by oneself together with their own YouTube channel to advertise. So those things is happen. So they are really careful. So about the fifth Rally of Hope video, already international headquarters side was edited for 1 hour contents, and we sent to several nations, to New Zealand, Vanuatu, Fiji, Solomon Island, Palau, and their national television broadcasted already in those nations. That's why yesterday our Mr. Alex also share about the Solomon Island VIP cases. Many people watch the TV, Rally of Hope through television. Then many people were inspired. So I think those material or video or content is very precious. We can utilize and we can share to our friend and our VIP or guest. So if you have some request, please request to the national headquarters and also the request to our regional, then we can arrange and we can prepare. So when we see now the current providential level is already reached about the cosmic level of our true parents' position. That's why the leader of the society, even leader of the world, come together, work together, and testify. So we ourselves also follow and connect together with heavenly fortune, and let's proclaim, testify, and go forward. So let's continue our Fundo contents. So yesterday we share about the True Mother's, the last part of resolution, but I had last slide was not appeared. I want to show this slide. You didn't see yesterday? So I will repeat this part again. Actually, I show, but maybe some problem. Maybe this part was not appear. Maybe only I was talking, but this part is the last part of the True Mother's resolution. I will repeat again. Mother said before that, I made a firm resolution in front of God. During my lifetime, my beloved husband and I will bring to conclusion the history of the providence of restoration through indemnity, during which God has laboriously toiled. I know that what hurts God's heart more than anything else are the religious conflict that take place in His name. Without fail, we will end them. So this is the True Mother's resolution, and this part is the last part of the holy wedding ceremony. So we So what kind of things was going on around holy wedding ceremony and before the holy wedding ceremony? And this is the last part of the True Mother's resolution. So before that, there was the individual course, but from that moment, True Mother started as the couple, as the family, and True Mother started as the True Mother. So today, I want to share about overall contents. Maybe some part was repeated. Maybe you learn and you listen many times, but through listening these contents, if you can prepare how you can share to others. Of course, all of you, you are the great lecturer already, but once again, you listen, and if you can prepare how you can deliver and share those contents and testify those contents to another friend and another leaders and another VIP, then maybe your understanding also a little bit different. So I want to share centering on the holy wedding and the advent of true parents. True parents holding holy wedding was a turning point in the providence of salvation. So this is the turning point of salvation and also in the history. Connection of heaven and earth. True Father representing heaven and True Mother representing earth become one, thus connecting the heaven and earth which had been divided until then. So Father said, True Father and man is representative of heaven and Mother is representative of earth, but because of human fall, heaven and earth were divided, had been divided and conflict until that moment. But because of holy wedding ceremony, this was restored. The failure of Adam and Eve, the separation of heaven and earth was restored and to become one. That's why from that moment, man and women's separation totally changed and united. So we could see this history. Recovery of the relationship between God and humanity. The wall that was built between God and humankind due to the fall of the human ancestors was taken down for the first time. Entering the completion stage, historic event in the history of restoration through indemnity, finally going beyond the perfection level of the growth stage, and settlement of heaven's lineage. New love and lineage centered on God is settled on earth. So this holy wedding ceremony was the turning point in the history, the providence of salvation, and also the history. True Father's course of preparation for the holy wedding, historical background of the holy wedding. So from Adam, from Noah, and Abraham, and Jesus. So those history toward holy wedding is not only True Parents' time period, not only from Jesus' time period, actually started from the fall of Adam and Eve, and continuously coming from Adam, Noah, Abraham, and Jesus. Course of restoration through indemnity and formation stage 7 years and New Testament age 7 years. So this is True Father's life course. Father said individually, this is the True Father's 21 years course. Formation stage 7 years from 1946 to 1953 and the growth stage 7 years from 1954 and 1960. So Father said this is True Father's 21 years course. Then from 1960 to 1967, this is the perfection stage with the family foundation. So True Parents Holy Wedding is the top of the growth stage of True Father that time. So August 15, 1945, and this time period is going on. So let's see that. Historical background. We will take a look at the historical background of the Holy Wedding. On August 15, 1945, as Korea was liberated from Japan and was divided into North Korea and South Korea, Truffaut started his public course working first with Christians in South Korea. However, due to the disbelief of the Spirit-led churches that had been prepared, he was not able to bring a victory in South Korea. So he went to North Korea and began witnessing. So Truffaut received the liberation and received the message, you have to go to North Korea immediately, and he went to North Korea. There also, because of the jealousy and the Christian churches and the false accusation by the communist authorities, he was put in prison and had to go through 2 periods of harsh suffering in prison. And finally, having been opposed by Christian leaders and Spirit-led churches in both North Korea and South Korea, Truffaut was put in a situation similar to that of Jesus, when the Israelites and the leaders of the Jewish faith turned against him, and he had to undergo a 40-day fast and 3 temptations. And Truffaut had to go through a period of harsh torture at the Taedong detention center and go through 3 severe ordeals. The first ordeal was the ordeal serving the wife of Jehovah. So you listen about the wife of Jehovah and also the women. Do you remember who was that? Third person, the woman's representative, third person. Maybe you remember that. Her name is Mrs. Park Ulleon, where he started by serving from the servant of servant position, then went through addition stages up to God's position. In doing this, he victorious, completing a restoration through indemnity to restore the 8 vertical levels. Second ordeal was a course of fighting in the spirit world, where he had to face the entire spirit world, including all the saints and sages of the past, in a 43-day battle over the truth. Truffaut had engaged in a fierce dispute about 3 major ideological questions: the change of blood lineage, change of ownership, and change of realm of heart, until finally God acknowledged that Truffaut's opinions were correct and gave Truffaut his divine seal. Truffaut fight with even Satan, even holy sages, and even God. God denied Truffaut 3 times, but still Truffaut insisted that finally God could accept what Father said. Truffaut's third ordeal as a person who had inherited Jesus' mission was that he had to go through a course of restoration through indemnity to restore the betrayal of Jesus' 12 disciples and his death on the cross as a foundation to continue the mission. Truffaut was victorious in gathering 12 disciples in the Hunnam labor camp, a situation similar to Jesus hanging on the cross. So that moment when Truffaut went to Hunnam prison, there was final court in Pyongyang from the North Korean government together with Christian ministers. So in the final court, in that time, all Christian ministers, 70 Christian ministers, wrote down, this person is the evil person, and this person is the problematic person. Please put in the prison. Actually, that time, Christian ministers themselves testify, this person should be jailed. So all 70 Christian ministers, the representative of Christianity of the North Korea. Actually, North Korea was prepared land by God, and all Christian foundation was prepared for God and for true parents for second coming. But at the last moment, not only just a spiritual led group was failed, but even the Christian group minister, 70 minister, put the signature with my by my name. I will testify this person should go to the jail. So 70 Christian minister together with the North Korean government and Communist Party finally against the father and put him into the Funnam prison. So that kind of situation was happened in the North Korea at that moment, 1948. So finally, the father went to jail in the Funnam prison, Funnam labor camp, and he started the new providence together with indemnity cause. So Trifada found out 12 disciples inside of jail, and he came out from the Funnam prison. Before Trifada was liberated from the Funnam prison by events of the Korean War, he set a victorious foundation through a spiritual and physical cause of indemnity. And after he was released, he returned to the South and was finally able to establish the Holy Spirit Association for the unification of world Christianity.
Excuse me, Reverend Yutaka, we're not seeing any slides move. It's still
This is explanation.
it's still just showing historical background of Holy Wedding. Didn't show anything yet.
This is the explanation of background. There's no slide.
No slides. Okay, just everyone wondering, chatting, saying, how come no slides?
Sorry for that. Explanation. May 1st, 1954, establishment of Holy Spirit Association for the unification of the world Christianity, and 7-year course to indemnity, the entire New Testament age, and the True Parents history, and this the Holy Wedding, and the establishment of Holy Spiritual Association, HSA Providence started from May 1, 1954, and this time is become the preparation for the April 11, 1960, and the victorious over the 40-year indemnity course beginning at his birth, and conducted the glorious Holy Wedding with Trimada as the first human ancestor couple in front of God. So passing through those foundation and finally enter to welcoming the Holy Wedding ceremony. So when we see our True Father's life course, this is the background from 1945 to 1954. This is the first stage for 7 years course for True Father. And second course is 1954 to 1960. So this is the second 7 years course. Based on this foundation, finally went to the Holy Wedding ceremony. Because now is the end point of Holy Wedding. So ending of the individual course and now going into the family course. That's why we are checking and we are reviewing about the historical background of the Holy Wedding. Trumada's course of preparation for the Holy Wedding. Revelation from heaven, and keeping faith through 3 generations, and testimony from spirit-led churches. So we could see whole Trumada's life course from North Korea and from several spirit-led churches, and going through her life from North and South and coming to finally a wedding course. So the day is drawing near, so get ready. Guidance from heaven. February 26, 1960, long meeting with Truffaut. Trumada had 9 hours meeting with Truffaut, and Trumada has asked many kind of questions, and Trumada replied all questions boldly, and also she had committed herself. Restoring 12 brothers and sisters, or disciple. Restoring Joseph's 12 brothers, selling him into slavery in Jacob's family, and restoring Jesus' 12 disciples who abandoned him and sold him out. We could see our Jacob's family's story, and also the Joseph. So under Jacob had 12 brothers, and one of 12 brother is the Joseph. So we could see those 12 brothers story, and giving birth to 12 children. Mother had to give birth to 12 or more children within 20 years to complete her mission. To make this possible, true mother was 17 and true father was 40 at the time of the holy wedding. So as the true mother, as the mission, not only just standing as the mother's position spiritually or symbolically, also physically, true mother had a mission to give birth 12 children. So that mission itself is also not simple mission, but true mother finally fulfill those mission itself. I will complete the restoration through indemnity in my lifetime. I will liberate God without fail. I grew up already thinking about God's providential history. So when I met with True Father at the age of 17, I had already made this resolution. I will end with my lifetime the history of restoration through indemnity that God has conducted in suffering. I will do this myself. I made this resolution on my own. So we saw her resolution. So when True Mother had the holy wedding ceremony, she herself accepted, and also she made the resolution in front of God, in front of Heavenly Parents, together with True Father, and started the True Mother's course. So this 36 couple, he gave the testimony because of holy wedding. True Mother became the first ancestor, and they could fulfill the God's will, which Adam and Eve could not fulfill at the moment. So testimony about holy wedding. Do you know who he is? He's written in Korean. You know, everyone you know, right? He is Young-Hee Kim. Is the one of the three disciples, Young-Hee Kim. Okay. Testimony by Reverend Young-Hee Kim. Do you know who he is? He was also the president of national leader of Korea before, and he was also missionary. He is also one of the 36 couple. His name is, he is the Reverend Lee Jae-suk. So maybe you met him also. So he testified about true parents because of holy wedding. True father, true mother came into one, completely united. So testify like this. So overview of holy wedding. So three couple engagement ceremony. Before true parents engagement ceremony, there was the engagement ceremony for three couples. And after that, there was engagement ceremony for true parents and true parents holy wedding ceremony. So this three couple engagement ceremony, March 26, and March 27, engagement ceremony of true parents, and April 11 is the true parents holy wedding. Restoring the three archangel and three disciples, Kim Young-hee, Chon Dae-fa, and Yoo Hyo-won, Sa Kil-ja, and Kim Won-pil, Chon Dal-luk. So these three disciples and three couple are representative of three archangel and three disciples. That's why the parents gave the prepare the three couple first as the archangel or representative. Then finally, the parents had the engagement ceremony and also holy wedding ceremony. So March 26, 1960, engagement ceremony for three couples. The day before, three parents engagement ceremony. And after that, three parents engagement ceremony happened. Part 1, returning Lord returns to Korea. Part 2, unity of the incorporeal father and the substantial mother. Part 3, dedication of the crown, Myeonryugan, and part 4, dedication of the crown, Wangwan. So you could see the photo. So those photo has happened April 11, 1960. So through Father's prayer, heaven, raise your banner of victory. O earth, give us a joyful answer before the Father. So through Father, offer the prayer and bow. And this is through Mother's pledge. It is impossible to describe God's heart in any other way. I will be with you artistically and spiritually until the day when God's will is done. So distribution of holy salt, you could see this old photo. They are gathered together and through parents distributed the holy salt. So after the holy wedding, holy salt was distributed to the members for the first time, starting the tradition of using holy salt. So 7-year course, recover the authority of Adam and Eve. Period to recover Adam's authority by indemnify and restoring Eve's dominion of Adam. Oneness as a couple, period for attaining oneness through faith and love as a true couple centered on heaven. Period to restore through indemnity the position of Eve, who is in a relationship with Satan, and set up the standard for victory, completing the restoration of Eve, and set the proper connection between spirit world and physical world and the original standard for the family, conform the course that humanity must follow. So this is family. So finally, three parents gave 14 children. The completion of the 4-position foundation in three parents family provides the model that humanity must see and set up. So centering of God, true father and true mother and children. So God's substantial object partner, completing the family level 4-position foundation. So based on God, true parents, true family, and this expand to true tribe, nation, and world, the base for the world of peace. So today I share some kind of the background again and repeating. Maybe you already listened and saw many times, but this time is the ending part of the individual course of true father, individual course of true mother, and centering on true parents' holy wedding. We will continue to go through the family course and tribe course and national course. So this wedding ceremony itself is really the turning point. So centering on this holy wedding ceremony, new history is coming. So we could see at the moment, actually all people of the world could recognize about true parents, but only small number of people could recognize and testify about true parents' holy wedding ceremony. But how about now? Currently, already true parents made the foundation to proclaim the firm establishment of Chonilguk and to working for the world level. So finally, now world leader started to recognize and started to accept and started to testify our true parents. So our all brothers and sisters, totally we ourselves to understand, and we are the one who testify through whole true parents life course, and we are the one who living and creating together with true parents in the past and also in the future. So let's put our all heart together with true parents and testify and create our history together with our heavenly parents and true parents. So thank you for listening all today's contents, and let's determine and offer the happiness victorious foundation. And today in the afternoon, there is also the ACLC, Asian Pacific Leadership Asian Pacific Closely Leadership Conference opening ceremony in the Asian Pacific level. So Christian side also we are putting in several activity. So I hope all brothers and sisters also come together to see how we can develop our closely activity itself, and we will plan for Oceania and each nations. So once again, I'm really appreciate all of you to join together, and let's offer the victory to our heavenly parents and true parents. Thank you very much. 감사합니다.
Thank you very much, Reverend Yutaka. Thank you. Thank you. And sorry that I interrupted you earlier. So yes, that's so much information you gave there about the course and the history and the diagrams explaining, you know, how much our true father and true mother went to establish the holy wedding, and how that was their 21-year course for father, and I was just reflecting, you know, that a lot of that I was only a baby, like 4 or 5 years old, when a lot of that was happening, and I was just thinking, wow, there's so many astounding things that were happening in the past, and many of us were, you know, just children when, you know, true father is laying the hard foundation, you know, sacrificing himself so that you know, we could be in a better state today. And I was reflecting about because I joined in Scotland, so my early time was in Europe, and then I went to America, and mostly Europe I was fundraising, but in America I was mostly witnessing and then thinking about, yeah, testifying to true parents. And we did many conditions in America. I remember just standing at a bus stop with a board and a sign, you know, paper, flipboard, and then teaching everyone that was waiting for a bus about true parents. And they were just looking at me. They had nowhere to go because they were waiting for a bus. Then they just went. And then the next group of people came waiting for the bus, so I did it again. And we did, like, you know, many conditions, you know, 40-hour conditions and 40-day conditions, and just witnessing. And yeah, that was a fearful but also very happy time, you know, to be able to share about true parents to the Americans, and they're very courteous. You know, some people shouted at me, but most people just sit there and sort of ignored me as I was teaching principle to them. But a little bit got in, I thought. So thank you. And who'd like to share some testimony or experience or realization? Okay. So Rex, is that you putting your hand up? Really, the angle of your video is very hard to tell if you're wanting to ask something or you're just wiping the screen. So I'm not sure if are you wanting to talk something, Rex, or are you just trying to click something to unmute yourself? There you go.
Yeah, good morning, everybody. So, just so amazing that we are learning the history of our beloved true parents. And also, I just want like to share that this COVID-19 just unfortunate situation but also the positive side of it. Now, because of COVID, we can see the science has developed in a way that we can meet, we can see each other for after so many years. So if not COVID, I don't think we can see each other. But because of this, we can see each other every day. So that I think one positive things with the COVID, and also it made much things easier for in financially that moving people going one place, it's so costly, but this time we can meet again. So that's what I want to share about True Mother. As I believe that was just only by chance. It was just God's will to have to happen as at that moment. If it didn't happen, so I don't know how the world should be right now. I don't know what will happen in the world. So we are so fortunate that we met our beloved true parents from our Ancestors Foundation, even though not easy, but we keep trying our best. And in the near future, the world will witness also. So thank you once again.
Thank you. Who's would like to share next? Yes, Abel, go ahead.
Yeah, good morning, everyone. And thank you for the wonderful message we received from Emma this morning. Yeah, just want to say thank you for some of our leaders, which they have been investing in Vanuatu, especially Uncle Barry from New Zealand, and Reverend you and the Isla for the investment. As we have been facing so much challenges so far, but even we face these challenges, it really encourages us how we can really believe the word of our true parents, and we're so grateful for that, because that's the only way we can really move forward. And I'm so happy for the message this morning, and I'm so blessed this morning. So I want to thank you for that. Yeah, thank you.
Thank you, Abel. Okay, who wants to share? Yeah, Mr. Arai, go ahead.
Actually, I'm having a very bad cold. Thank you again today, and really, I think we have been an incredible time, and especially to parents' holy marriage, and we try to remember such exciting time. However, we had a Easter, time, and then we exchanged, example, even like UPF WhatsApp, and quite many peace ambassador. Really, they said it's celebrate for Jesus. Jesus died for us, for sin, and they look very happy. And worldwide, I think it's incredible. I think Christian culture, people, most of the people are still enjoying. So John said sadness and joy actually looks like people more enjoy. And, then Reverend Yutaka said to testify to parents is our duty. That is true. Because even many Christian people enjoy, but they don't know actually. Jesus' heart. And also they don't know God's heart, that's true. And so I feel, we feel this is a really great responsibility. And I really feel, yesterday. But also today I want to share about prayer. Because yesterday Reverend Watanabe mentioned, and Chong Sing Wong, also Reverend Yutaka answer about for condition. I think everyone know True Mother changed name John Sing Won to Chong Sing Wong. And then that model tried to expand worldwide. So we talked yesterday, my wife, and then holy items we're going to receive, but we need some kind of condition 4 times, 21 days. So people who, attend that kind of, for condition we can receive. Then what kind of item we can receive? Then, we received a person become Chombo family, received a holy item, holy robe from Korea. And when we received, we surprised such a big, it's a package. And so headquarters prepared nearly more than 6,000 package. Even in a Corona situation, it took a long time, but was surprised. And then we wear, but after that, it's a quite big one. I think we have to keep it. We have to find out where to keep. But when we receive a holy item, I think holy item is for official photo to parent, Tebonim and also Hunjinim and Hyojinim, official photo and 8 candle we're going to receive. Then maybe holy robe is using some occasion, but holy item we have to use daily, and so we have to prepare for you to keep. When we know situation with the brother and sister at home, and sometimes it's easy to have a proper prayer room, a proper altar, and that's why I think we have to think about. Then about for candle, we received before Dr. Kim give us a big candle. It's a big one, and he said this is for blessing for my sons and daughters. Then we prayed. My wife would stop praying, and we used all big candle all gone. Big candle all gone. Then actually, that miracle happened last year. Of course, so prayer is very important. We don't stop. Maybe no prayer, nothing happened, but also not only prayer. That time, Reverend Itaka called us twice timely, and Reverend John stand strongly for Chombo family, and also Daniel, and also Johnny Helen, and also Irene, all team working encouraged for them happen, and we are really thanks. But I think prayer, because great the ceremony, the marriage to parents, but to parents already a spiritual world, with attention to, I think we pray all different level, different issue, different concern, different area. But I think True Mother wanted to expand to share a champion model. So Chong Shin Won, that kind of atmosphere, we I think create worldwide, Africa, Europe, Asia, everywhere. So I think we like to prepare, and I think a really good chance. I think condition will start today, another 21 days, and we I think and great. I think a blessing, but I think we have to connect with heaven with prayer. That's a very important one. And anyway, thank you.
Thank you.
Maybe can I
Yes.
additional explanation about this?
Yes.
So according to memo, because not detailed explanation, but this itself is kind of the Chonshimon prayer room. Prayer room itself will be provided to each region, nation, and churches. So basically, we go there and pray in Chonshimon. You know Chonshimon, right? Chonshimon and the special prayer room there. But this function, this prayer room itself, will be given to national level, regional level, and the church levels. That's why this is really the great blessing to each of us. So condition itself, memo said, fasting, prayer, fundok, 경배, and also the Heavenly Travel Messiah activities. So basically our regional level, this prayer and fundok will be held together with morning devotion. And if you are national level, if you are church level, if you want to put additionally in order to welcoming about this Chonshimon prayer hall to each place, centering on your leader, your family member can offer together. That's why this grace itself is actually a great blessing. So more detailed things is coming later, and I'm not sure for individual family member could receive or not, but of course we will ready in the future, because Chombo family actually should create the Chombo family church or Chombo tribe church. So each Chombo should be also the church representative and some kind of the family churches. So all structure is coming one by one, but currently what we receive is for 2,400 until church level in the world. That's why I think each nation have a different situation. So please discuss with your national leader. For example, each states, each region, where become the church representative, or several discussion maybe should be happen. So anyway, this time period, end of this April, together with True Parents Holy Wedding Ceremony, True Parents give this kind of the special occasion for bestow our Chonshimon. So Chonshimon prayer hall is coming to your nation or your church. How much great! So we have to pray well and directly connect to Chonpyeon, Chombo, and True Mother and spiritual world, physical world together. So if we have experience, we could have more confidence. How much this prayer, power of prayer is really great and tasty. You know, if once you experience of the power of prayer, really taste kind of a really happy moment you could receive. That's why when you pray, please put our Chonson together to welcoming this Chonshimon prayer hall to each of place. So thank you, our Mr. Arai, for your sharing again. Let's put our heart together. Thank you.
Yes. Thank you. Yes, so this just gives us something to pray about, because it's that time for us to do unison prayer. So please consider, that we're establishing a new tradition, for having our own prayer hall here, and so that we can really stimulate and give gratitude to our Heavenly Parent and also the spirit world, so that we can truly fulfill our responsibility and bring about, success as we march towards 2027. So let's pray together. I'll just share my screen and we can begin. Let's begin. Ju, Ju. Thank you, everyone, and have a great day, and see you again tomorrow. Okay, bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye. Thank you.
Thank you.
Bye.
Bye, Mr. Rai.
Bye, Rick.
Good.
Yes, Ivana. Yes, Ivana.
I will.